picture of a white woman holding up a black boy dreads with scissors in her hand, looking like I got him type
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. It's like even the picture is like, come on, bro, are you serious?
It's crazy, man.
It's almost like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like we got him, like he's an animal,
Right.
something like that. Oh, we got him. Here we go. We're gonna cut his dreads.
Purchase your tracks today.
What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned into another episode of Everyday Heroes, and we got the crew back together. We got real name Winton, John J, and JB written on the show. And before we get into this stuff, because we're gonna get into some stuff today. How y'all doing today, fellas?
Doing wonderful, man. Everything is wonderful.
All right,
Doing
all right,
good. Doing good, man. Y'all better tune in. We got some shit to say.
all right, all right. And I'm just chilling. I've been up on that Borderlands 3. That game is fire. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go cop that game. Hit me up on the PSN. I'm on there all day. All right, so we got some topics for you. We got some things to talk about. And what we're going to talk about is, let's throw in this. Let's talk about Jay-Z supporting the NFL on cutting dreadlocks for them to have a better life, right? Quote unquote. And we're going to kick this topic off with, all right.
This all right. This is what I think. From what I'm reading, I'm very disappointed in Jay Z, man, and this is another reason why I say this big gay agenda is a bullying type agenda. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting here saying that if a man decided to be a woman, that is perfectly fine. If a woman wanted to be a man, it's perfectly fine because they are expressing themselves and they have the right and the freedom to be and feel however they want. But you're telling me because I speak with a slang or a southern accent that I sound ignorant or dumb or slow. And if I have dreadlocks, I'm a thug, a gangster. I'm gonna rob you. If I have on a hoodie, you're gonna cross the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's making this shit up? All this is bullshit. I pray that Jay-Z really didn't have nothing to do with this. From what I'm seeing, the founders of Rock Nation, the CEO is a white man. The vice president is or the president is a white man, and the senior vice president is also a white man. I mean, well, he's a Latino, Lenny Santiago. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything associated with Jay Z besides him being the founder. And from what I think I know, you could be the founder of something, but don't have anything at all to do with it.
Right.
So with that being said, I'm hoping Jay Z is just like what Drake is to the Raptors. He's just like a face and not a shot caller. It didn't approve something so insane because how come everyone in this world has the right to express their culture and express their beliefs the way they want to express it? Blacks already in America we've already had our culture stripped away once already. And even though they stripped our language, culture, religion, we still came and develop another one. So we got culture on top of culture. You kill one culture, we build a whole nother culture. And now you still trying to kill this culture. You still trying to hold us back from expressing ourselves. But this guy who actually has dreads, my wife has dreads. If my wife decided to cut hers low and become a man, she'll be accepted fine. If I want to get a boob job and become a woman, like I'll be praised for it. Like, are we really that bad of a people? Are black people really that bad? Are we really that embarrassing or that low in this world we live in? Like it's bullshit, and I ain't finna put up with it. I'm gonna be me. I don't give a damn what. I don't have to work for your company if you can't accept me the way I am. I'm not finna take the little bass I already do got in my voice because I don't have a real deep voice. But the little bass I do got, I'm not finna take it out. Like I can't stand niggas who walk around sounding like some little soft ass white boy. You feel me? And then people be like, "What does white sound like?" You know what the fuck white sound like, and you know what black sound like. Don't give me that bullshit. You know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And it makes me sick that black people feel like they gotta be a certain way to be accepted. We should all be able to be ourselves and be respected equally. And that's just how I feel about it.
that's true, man. That's very true. And those are some really good words you said, man. You know, actually talked to my so I'll just give you an example. I used to work for a company, and I'll just say their name because fuck it, they fired me. Data Tech, right? So, when I got hired in the data tech, it's not corporate, but it's a small business. They have about 50 to 60 employees, cybersecurity company. So, when I first got the job there and everything, I had a beard. Like my beard was like bigger than Rick Ross big, you know what I'm saying? And my beard probably had about 5, 6 inches on it, you know. I had low cut hair though. And when I came to work, and I got hired, they were like, "When you gonna shave your beard?" And I'm like, "Never." You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't shaving my beard, or whatever. So they kept asking, every now and then they'll just ask and ask and ask and ask. They don't even know. Like me, I shave my beard twice a year. When it gets a little bit colder, although it's Florida, when it gets a little bit colder, I start growing it back out. you know, and I don't cut it for about 6, 7 months. So that's how I do it. So, I eventually ended up cutting my beard before I left from there, or before they fired me. They were like, "Oh, finally you cut your beard. You look so much cleaner." And I'm like, "Nah, they need to accept me for who I am. Like, they don't just because like I got the beard don't take away nothing from my IT skills and my IT infrastructure ability. Takes nothing away from it you know. So and now I'm at this point where I work for this property management company, and I asked one of the people there. I said, "Do they have a problem with dreads?" 'Cause I was thinking about twisting my hair, and we have a conference coming up this week. They said, "Well, if you're gonna do it, wait till after the conference." So it's just like, come on, man. Like, why are we looked at like this, man? I see John Jay laughing. What you got to say?
Nah, I was saying I was talking to my wife like, what's a real white name? And we was just saying the names like Nicholas and Skinner and shit
Yeah.
like that, but nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Well, yeah, nah, but in regards to that, man, I think even if Jay-Z's a face and the fact that he sees this going on, I think there's really no excuse to even allow this kind of stuff. If you donated it, I ain't gonna hold you up. If I felt like I donated to the wrong cause because my PR guy did it for me and I wasn't really looking at it, I would take my money back. Fuck it. All these charities anyway, they don't, you
I
know what I'm
don't
saying?
think he can though.
Man,
I don't,
look,
cause he's not who we think he is, and that's why this shit going on. We thinking Jay-Z like the boss. the shot caller when he's
Right.
really not. Michael, what's his name? Michael Yormark or something like
Uh-huh.
that. That's the
Uh-huh.
president of the company. And what's his name? Jay Brown. He's the CEO. These are white men. The CEO is the owner, right? Chief Executive Officer. He's
Right.
the
The
owner,
one that calls the shots. Yeah.
right? And the other white man is the president.
Right.
What is Jay Z? If he was the man, he should be president, CEO. I mean, founder, bro. Like, it's so many founders of organizations that ain't shit. People name things in honor or in the passing of somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they be considered like founder. Like, what is really a founder?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So we
He
giving
just founded it.
Jay-Z, right, we giving
Just sell it
Jay-Z
off.
too much fucking credit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he could sell it off. He can sell it and still own 10% and still be a
Right,
founder.
right. That's what I'm saying. So this stuff, and from what I'm reading, he um the organization was saying some shit about um something about Trump and saying something about all lives matter or some shit like that. And
Mm.
it was like ask Trump to save Chicago from gun violence and a whole bunch of little shit, man. Like, this don't even sound like something Jay-Z would be into. And then they got a white woman, I think this Twitter, a picture of a white woman holding up a black boy dreads with scissors in her hand, looking like, I got him, type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like even the picture is like, come on, bro, are you serious?
It's crazy, man.
You know, it's almost like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like we got him, you know, like he's an animal, you
Right.
know, something like that. Oh, we got him. Here we go. We're gonna cut his dreads,
Yeah.
you know, and then we're gonna process them, and then we're gonna put it on white women, just like we do to fuck, just like they, just like we do to fucking animals and shit, putting their heads and shit up on the wall, you know. So what you got to say, JB? You back on?
Yeah, man. Y'all hear me good now?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Cool, cool, cool. I did look into this, and I'm not trying to bash. I'm not going to bash the white woman because I don't think what she was trying to do. I was listening to the actual interview of the boy, the boy dude. He was the dreadlocks. He was the guy
Uh
who got his dreadlocks cut.
huh.
And he was just saying, she's not that bad of a person, this and that, and she feel like a lot of people need to really sit down and talk to her and try to get her point of view.
Her
um
point of view is the white person's point of view, though.
yeah, her point of view is the white person's point of view, but I'm talking about from the guy who, he said it actually helped him by, cutting off his dreads, and
You
I
know how
guess.
that helped him? That helped him conform. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you
That
good.
helped. That helped him conform to what white people want.
But I'm
But
gonna.
at the same time, we gotta see what the motives of this nigga is, cause they do have niggas who be infiltrating little shit to get us in the uproar. This nigga probably want to cut his dreads the whole time. He just want to make something out of that shit.
Yeah,
You
he's
feel
he
me?
he's
But that's
best friend.
He might
He
be like an agitator.
Yeah, he's best friends, or he's friends with this lady. So what I'm saying is, I'm just saying that when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, and I was taught that, to keep a clean cut, to keep a clean shave, depending on the job you're going to. So I'm a firm believer in, like, if I'm going to become some type of judge, or some type of that, that you keep a clean cut, or you trying to do something, as far
So
as the
basically,
lines.
you're saying your standard is the white standard. Who creates the standard? Why is my
I'm not saying,
dreadlocks
hold
not
on.
considered clean cut or neat?
Uh,
I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm just
You
saying
said he grew up like
that's been a norm for a long time. So saying if you want to be a officer,
Slavery was a
hold
norm
on.
for a long time though.
I understand, but if you want to be like me being in the military, you go to the officer. You have to cut all your hair off. When I was in the military, I couldn't have a beard. You see what I'm saying? And you had to keep your mustache trimmed to a certain physique. You have to keep your body trimmed to a certain physique because
But that's military. That's standard for military. We're not in the
but
military. We're regular civilians. So
but I
who
don't know
creates
what
the
type.
standard for civilians?
Okay, now let's go to the civilians. Okay, now we bashing this person for cutting off the dreadlocks of this guy, but we don't even know the motive behind of why she was doing it or what type of job he was going for. That's all I'm saying. You
But
see
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying is maybe he
Now
already wanted his dreads cut from the jump, but he trying to make a big deal out of it. Like social media is a beast with
I don't think
stirring up
I don't.
unnecessary trouble.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's the one that's making a big deal out of it. I think the people that's making the big deal out of it is regular people. He decided to let that
Social
white woman.
media,
Yes, social media is the one blowing it up, and now we
right?
going to Jay Z like, why you supporting this? He ain't got, you know what I mean? She's just somebody who's trying to build and help. You know, she could be somebody who's trying to build and help and blah 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 whatever. And she just decided to cut this guy hair, and he decided to get his hair cut. You see what I'm saying? Because he wanted to help him further along. And when I watched the interview of him, you know what I mean, saying that it was okay, why would I jump down Jay Z back and saying, why you supporting that? And that's what I feel like that people are doing. You
I
see what
don't.
I'm saying? I'm just saying, like this guy ain't come out and say he didn't want his dreadlocks cut. He not saying that. You know what I'm saying? That's like you coming to me and say, "Hey, bro, I'm about to cut my hair." You know what I mean? That's a. I wouldn't want you to, because when I met you and the way I know you, you know what I'm saying, is not to cut your hair. But
Right.
I ain't
I
gonna
see
tell
what
you
you
not to.
saying.
You
I
know what I
see
mean?
what you're saying. But and I'm saying that same thing. That's why I said maybe he wanted to do it the whole time. We're talking about I think the conversation
Okay.
is everyone is basically boiling it down to is who's setting the standard. Who's to say because I have dreadlocks that I'm not clean cut. They have plenty of dread. I
I,
got my hair in the style right now. You know what I'm saying? You could have a clean edge shave style and still have dreadlocks.
Now I'm gonna tell
You
you
know what
who
I'm
set.
saying?
Now I'm finna answer your question. Who sets the standards? That depends on the look and the job you go for. Now, if I'm the boss of a company and I'm not saying it's right, but if I'm the boss of a company and I want somebody that looks a certain way that works for my company, that's what I'm gonna hire first. Say if I'm a salesperson. You see what I'm saying? I want somebody who's clean cut, you know what I'm saying? That looks welcoming. You see what I'm saying? Not somebody who got tattoos on their face, tattoos on their neck. They don't look as
I
welcoming.
think that's a
That's what.
different
That's why.
conversation
okay,
But
though.
that's how the
okay,
standards
That's
are
a
set.
different
It's
conversation
not a
okay.
though,
different
bro.
conversation. You asked me
So
how who sets the standards, but that's how the
But
standards are
that's
set.
the
That,
tattoos on the face is
the
something
white man set
totally
that
different.
standard.
Right.
but but
Let
what
me
I'm
let me tell you let me tell you something, JB. And here's the reality, right? All right. So the best job that I've ever had, although I quit the job, but that was because of different reasons. The best job I ever had, um, before I started a career was Target. Now, do you know why that was?
I remember you worked at Target, but why? What's up?
Target was a corporation. Literally, this is a corporation that does not discriminate. And there's always companies and corporations that says, "Oh yeah, about the age and all that stuff." No, Target is known for hiring high character people and not give a fuck about how they look. You can go on to Target, any Target. If you go to Target next time you go, look at the diversity in there. You're gonna see Asians, you're gonna see people with tattoos, you're gonna see fat niggas, you're gonna see skinny niggas, you're gonna see niggas with dreads, you're gonna see niggas with tattoos. they pride themselves on hiring high character over what you look like. You know what I'm saying? So and I met a lot of friends, and I'm still friends with to this day because we were all like high character people that, we didn't care about how each other looked and everything, you know, and that's why the service there is always great. So and Target has a very high reputation because of that. So
I can't lie though.
uh
I do agree with JB as far as the tattoos on the face. Like I
well
believe certain shit you just
I'm
shouldn't
gonna go
do.
after you. Hmm.
uh,
You know what I'm saying? I believe there should be a standard, but also if you're not gonna hire the person with the tattoos on the face, I feel like you shouldn't hire a man with makeup on his face and eyeliner, eyelashes. You feel what I'm saying?
Let
It's the
me let
same
me but let
shit.
me answer. Let me answer that. All I was saying was, when I came into the conversation at the end, you said who sets the standards, and all I'm saying is the bosses, the people who's doing the hiring, HR. You know what I'm saying, and the people that's behind the desk is the really the one setting the standards. But where I think it goes wrong at is when the people behind the desk are just doing it to discriminate against others. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have to know
I,
some type of, I can be overqualified than that next person, but because I'm black or because I don't look the way you want me to look, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that's where it goes wrong at, I think. We can look the same. We can have the same haircut. It's just
right,
because I'm black or because I'm white or
right.
because I need, that's where I think it goes wrong at.
All right, so we're gonna get into our closing thoughts, right? And I'm just gonna say this in response to what you're saying. The people that are in that seat are mainly white people, and if they're not white,
Or gay.
they're if they're not white, because I know black HRs and all that stuff, right?
Hmm.
You still have the owner of the company that's white. So
Yep.
when you report as a black person, if you come report that, hey, this person had an interview or whatever, da 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 da, and they had dreads, and start describing them,
Hmm.
that going the guy the interview, the owner, he's the one spending the money and paying these people, ain't gonna pick the felon, ain't gonna pick the person that has the dreads or all the tattoos. 9 times out of 10 is gonna be the clean cut person, and the people that set that stuff at the end of the day are the Judites.
Now, my
So
question before
y'all
we
know
do our
who
closing
Judites are.
statement.
Yeah.
Now, do you think, now the times are changing, do you think that's wrong? Do you think it's wrong for a person with dreads to get picked second over a person with clean cut?
Yes, I think it's wrong. I think character and experience should rule over all. You know what I'm saying? If I could do the job better than you, I don't give a damn if you look like the white picture of Jesus. I should be picked over you. You feel me? And I don't know, in my industry, I just don't get what these people are saying. Like, the white people at my job, cool, down to earth, like they talk like niggas talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a family type atmosphere. We all talk shit. Like, they don't judge me because of my hair, because how dark my skin is. You know what I'm saying? They like my hair. They want to be my friend just because I got dreads. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people flock to me because of my hair. You know what I'm saying? So I really think it's just a situation to try to get people in an uproar and shit like that. I really don't see that in my world. I don't see this, and it shocks me to read what I read. But I don't think this is a something that's gonna live long. That's all I gotta say about it. That's my
And,
closing statements.
and I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. That's something that's not going to live long because people are going to continue to express themselves, and the more and it just keeps trending that people are going to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? And who you gonna hire at some point? What, the 60-year-old man that still conforms to having, the white man standards? No, because these managers and owners, they're coming up and they're having tattoos, they're having felonies, they're having, certain situations and stuff like that to be able to create these companies and businesses. So, that's I definitely agree with that. You got any words, JB?
Yeah, my last closing is I do want people to stop jumping on the social media train so fast. I'm not saying Jay-Z is the part of the company that make all decisions or not, but I don't agree with us jumping on being like, well, Jay-Z is supporting this guy with cutting dreads, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? That guy got his dreads cut because he wanted to get them cut. You know what I'm saying? And that white woman thinks she's doing good, and maybe that white woman needs somebody like Jay Z to talk to. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I understand you think you did a good thing, but at the same time, depending on the job, depending on the outcome, we should encourage other people to accept people with dreads. You know what I'm saying? See, we have to not be so quickly to bash and quickly to talk to each other and accept, because we may not know the other side of the story or the other side of the coin until we go there. You know what I'm saying? So that's my final closing. It's like the saying, you looking at the six and I'm looking at the nine. You know what I mean? And none of us is wrong. We just looking at it from a different perspective.
True, true. All right. Well, good segment, you guys. Good segment, you guys. Yeah, I feel like we all got our shit off. Pause, no homo. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, we are on SoundCloud. We are on iTunes now. Go ahead and follow and subscribe to us there. We got some nice, cool things coming for you guys soon. I hope it comes sooner, but we just keep on pushing. So with that being said, let's get into our next